Welcome to the explainer. If you're building a 24-volt lithium battery pack, it is shockingly easy to make one tiny wiring mistake on a low voltage balance lead. And if you do, well, it can instantly destroy a brand new battery management system, your BMS, before the battery is even turned on. The really surprising part is that this fatal mistake usually doesn't happen with those massive, intimidating main power cables. Nope, it happens on those thin, seemingly harmless little balance wires. So let's dive right in and uncover exactly why this happens and, more importantly, how you can prevent it. Here's a quick look at what we'll be covering today. First, that costly wiring mistake. Then, how BMS actually works, the absolute critical nature of the balance lead sequence, the passive balancing myth, the real physical dangers of battery wiring, and finally, a foolproof verification checklist you need to run through before you ever hit power. All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, the most costly wiring mistake, the #1 BMS killer. There is a stark difference between what basic tutorials teach you and what real safety actually requires. Most of those battery build channels just show you the basic physical assembly, right? They show attaching the leads, mounting the BMS, plugging things in, and boom, they're done. But they completely skip over the hidden safety gaps. For instance, they rarely tell you that if you simply connect your balance leads out of sequence, you will literally blow the internal sensing circuits of your BMS in a split second. A lot of builders only find out about this fatal error when their brand new battery just completely refuses to charge. Moving right along to Section 2, how a BMS actually works. Think of it as the ultimate safety controller. The magic number we need to talk about here is 8. A standard, nominal 24-volt lithium iron phosphate, or LiPo4 battery, consists of exactly 8 cells, all wired in series. In the battery building world, you'll hear this referred to as an 8S configuration. And that configuration beautifully illustrates how these cells interact. The total pack voltage isn't just magic. It's exactly the sum of all 8 individual cells. Because they're wired in series, every single cell adds its own voltage to the total pack. This means your BMS can't just look at the battery as one big, dumb 24-volt block. To keep things safe, it has to meticulously monitor every single cell junction. A properly functioning BMS is basically your ultimate safety net. It's the brains of the operation. It provides absolutely critical protections. It disconnects the charger if a cell gets overcharged. It cuts off the load to stop over-discharge. It limits overcurrent. It rapidly disconnects if there's a short circuit. And of course, it manages cell balancing. But here is the kicker, folks. Every single one of these life-saving functions relies 100% on the BMS correctly seeing the individual voltages of all 8 cells. If it can't see them accurately, it can't protect them. Simple as that. Which brings us to Section 3, the balance lead sequence or progressive measurement. Okay, lean in for this part, because this is arguably the single most critical concept in this entire explainer. How exactly your BMS actually reads those voltages. Let's build the sequence step by step. It all starts with B0. B0 connects to the battery's absolute negative terminal. You have to understand that B0 acts as the ultimate negative reference point for the whole system. Everything builds from there. B1 connects to the positive terminal of cell 1, B2 goes to cell 2, and B3 to cell 3. Your BMS uses that baseline B0 reference to accurately calculate every single subsequent cell voltage. Now, moving to the second half of the pack, we can really see how this builds up. We continue the chain with B4 through B7, finally landing at B8, which represents your pack positive. Notice how every single subsequent lead represents a progressively higher cumulative voltage, all based entirely on that original B0 reference point. It's exactly like climbing a ladder. You can't accurately measure how high you are on rung 5 if you don't know exactly where the ground is. So what happens if we mess this up? Well, the BMS expects the strict progressive sequence from B0 all the way through B8. If you wire these out of order, like say you connect a higher voltage point before the lower voltage reference point, your BMS suddenly gets hit with impossible, excessive, or even negative voltages right on its delicate sensing inputs. The result? It permanently damages its own internal electronics instantly. Literally instantly. It's like immediately setting a $100 bill on fire. One wrong wire, and your very expensive BMS is now just a paperweight. Let's move on to Section 4, the passive balancing myth. Let's look at how it actually works. I actually want to pause for a second and pose a question directly to you. Does your BMS actively charge weak cells? Really think about what you might have read on forums or seen in those quick YouTube tutorials. The real answer for the vast majority of common LiPo4 BMS units is actually no. They don't actively pump energy into weak cells. Instead, they use a clever method called passive balancing. Passive balancing simply means the BMS removes a tiny amount of energy from the higher voltage cells. It essentially burns this extra energy off as a little bit of heat. And that process allows the lower voltage cells the time they need to catch up while the battery is on the charger. But because it works this way, perfectly accurate balance wiring is absolutely non-negotiable. If your wiring is even slightly wrong, your BMS might start bleeding energy from the wrong cell entirely. All right, Section 5, Dangerous Battery Wiring Risks, Protecting the System. Guys, I cannot stress this enough. Please, never ever trust wire color alone. Assuming that the red wire is definitely positive or that the black wire is exactly where it belongs is a massive risk. Why? Because manufacturing differences happen all the time. Connector orientations vary wildly from brand to brand, and, quite frankly, manual documentation errors are super common. Your only absolute certainty comes from taking a digital multimeter and verifying every single connection yourself. And while you're poking around with that multimeter, please remember the intense amount of power you are working with here. Dropping a metal wrench or a screwdriver across exposed battery terminals will instantly create an extremely high fault current. We're talking about a blinding arc flash, a very serious fire risk, and terrible, severe burns. Always use insulated tools, take off any metal rings or watches, and plan every single physical movement deliberately. Never rush your battery assembly. It's just not worth it. And that brings us to Section 6, Verify Before You Power Up. This is your ultimate checklist. I want to slow down the pacing right here because this checklist is genuinely your lifeline. Before you even think about plugging that balance harness into your BMS, you must complete these 4 steps. Step 1, visually confirm the orientation of every single cell so you absolutely do not have reverse polarity. Step 2, physically confirm your solid series connections. Step 3, take your multimeter and measure every individual cell to make sure their voltages are consistent. And step 4, measure the total pack voltage. It should perfectly equal the sum of those 8 cells we talked about earlier. Continuing down that checklist, step 5 is verifying those cumulative balance lead positions. So measure from B0 to B1, then from B0 to B2, making sure that the voltage steps up predictably every single time. Next up, check your connector orientation to make sure it's going to match your BMS port perfectly. And finally, inspect the entire harness for any loose conductors that could cause intermittent false readings down the line. Listen, only after all of these measurements perfectly match your expectations should you finally connect that BMS. I want to wrap up by leaving you with this fantastic quote from our source material. The most successful battery builders are not the fastest builders. They are the most careful builders. Spending just a few extra minutes methodically measuring your voltages ensures you have a safe, robust battery that will power your projects reliably for thousands of cycles. So I have to ask you, are you racing just to get your system built, or are you verifying every single step to guarantee it actually lasts? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer. Stay safe, go grab that multimeter, and remember to always verify before you power up.